third in the conference, ranked top 15 in the country. We're going there. It's not going to be an easy task.
No, definitely not. We made predictions on our other show with Sam Pocock, but why don't we revisit those and just tell the listeners what we have for our predictions? We both have the Friars winning because you got to do that. PC got to have the Friars winning. But like we said, it's going to be a real tough game. We both expected fairly high scoring affairs or either like shootouts maybe. Mine was a little out there with really high scoring.
Yep.
What?
You had.
I'll stand by it.
You had 86-79. Friars win.
I think it's going to be a huge scoring game.
And do you remember who you had leading the way for the Friars?
If I remember right, I said Pipkins was going to have a great game.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully your prediction's right because mine was sweating it out a little bit more. I got 72-68, led by Alpha.
All right.
So we'll see. Obviously, we're going down to one of the toughest. Probably the toughest program in the Big East year in and year out. They might not have the best team this year. That not a knock against them. That's just
how
that's a credit to the other two teams.
Yeah, and just how good they've been in the past too.
Right.
But still one of the best teams in the league. One of our toughest opponents.
Every time. So we'll see. We could see them again a couple weeks from now in the Big East tournament too. So. Hopefully the Friars can find a way to pull something together and get a big win down at Nova because that would make the last two games a lot less stress-free.
Oh, yeah. This is a game that you absolutely want to win if you're the Friars. Obviously you want to win every game, but this one especially, this just helps solidify your spot in the in March Madness tournament even more and beating another ranked team and a top team in the Big East. So, obviously you want to win probably – two of these next three, or are we already?
Yeah, no, I think we can drop this. If we drop this one, I think we got to get the two at home. If we win this one, though,
it makes it a lot easier.
You just got to go 1-1. Yeah,
right.
so essentially, 2-1. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably win a Big East tournament game. But if we find a way to win two Big East tournament games. Then I almost don't know that this last stretch matters because you win two games there.
Yeah, and as of right now, a lot of the brackets have PC and URI making the tournament. That's something in past years that has made the tournament a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, URI they played last night down at Fordham, a bad A10 team, and they squeaked out with a win, which you're not gonna have your A game every night. So you win with your C game. That's saying something about your team and the team that you're playing.
They've been struggling a little bit. They've still been winning, but they haven't been that URI team that was just world beaters,
Yeah, I think it was maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. They were 28 in the country in the net rankings, which is the big metric that they look at to get teams in, and they've fallen. I think that they're below 40 now. So realistically to get into the tournament with an at-large bid, you're gonna have to be at lowest. You're probably 45 net ranking.
Right.
Maybe you can get in, or no lower than 50 for sure. So I'm gonna get that right now just to see where URI is. They've fallen all the way to 42 now.
Wow.
So we'll see how the Rams. They could want March to get here as soon as they can because they
really do. There's no doubt in my mind. You hate to say this as a Friars fan. There's no doubt in my mind that they can turn it around, though. The basketball they were playing at the beginning of the year was just unbeatable. All their players were having big games, especially Fats Russell averaging like 30 points per game at the beginning of the season for a handful of games.
Yeah, and I think Surreal was out last night. So obviously
he
you
was
lose a big fella.
It was unclear if it was for suspension, injury, or something.
Really?
So maybe just getting the other players a chance, but it was unclear exactly why he was out. But he was out for the season. For the game, excuse me.
Yeah, so that's definitely worth noting. But I'm not that worried about the Rams.
No, either. I'm not worried about them. I just thought it's something that's
would be great for the state of Rhode Island.
Yeah, I mean, in past years, I know when we were in high school, we had it, and you had half the school watching the URI game, and how the other half of the school was ready to watch the PC game, and then once one team was beat, everyone just moved over to the other team. Now, I'm sure, obviously, here everyone's going to be rooting against URI no matter what, but just for the state of Rhode Island as a whole, it's going to be something that's very exciting.
Yeah, no, I think I want them. I'm rooting for them to get in, so that I can maybe root against them once they get in.
Right, yeah.
See them get embarrassed on national television.
Oh, yeah. It's always something exciting when that happens. It makes it a lot of fun.
But, yeah, so want to shift gears over to baseball?
Yeah, let's go for it. So, like we said, spring training has started. Baseball is back. Before we get into, some things that happened in spring training games or some things that just happened in the baseball world, something extremely interesting, a little quirky happened. Maddison Bumgarner, pitcher for now the Arizona Diamondbacks. He was formerly on the San Francisco Giants. He's been getting in, some trouble for a couple years. And when I say trouble, I don't mean, with the law or, something that something bad. It's trouble for a guy that's making, $80 million a year and probably should be a little wiser. This is someone who has been riding motorcycles and gotten hurt, been on his ranch and gotten hurt, or just been fooling around doing country boy things. He's a country boy through and through. Maddison Bumgarner, it's as country as he gets. This guy he just signed an $85 million deal with the Diamondbacks for 5 years. I guarantee by the end of the 5-year contract, he's going to have almost every penny of it because he just doesn't care. So what happened is there were some pictures floating around the internet a couple days ago. And what it was Maddison Bumgarner, what appeared to be Maddison Bumgarner, it wasn't Maddison Bumgarner. It was Mason Saunders. And they were at a rodeo, roping competition down south, and it was Mason Saunders, a.k.a. Maddison Bumgarner, and some guys, and they won second place, and they won about $26,000. And then Bumgarner commented on the picture. He goes, "You're really ruining my alias." So confirmed it is Maddison Bumgarner. He's commented on it since. Said he's been roping since age 15. So, this is just something the guy loves to do. The only problem with it is that the Diamondbacks didn't know he was doing this. So, the competition was in December. He signed the contract with the Diamondbacks either right before or right after, because he signed that contract in early December. So, he was doing this without any MLB teams knowing. If this guy gets hurt, with riding bulls and lassoing and rodeos, that's dangerous stuff, especially when you're an $85 million pitcher.
Yeah, definitely not a good look. So was he doing stuff like this back when he was in San Francisco too? You would assume so, right?
You have to assume so. It's just, he said it's just something he loves to do, something he enjoys doing. So, he was probably doing it once or twice. I don't know if he was doing competitions, but he was probably practicing it.
I don't know. I'm a little mixed. Obviously, if I'm a fan of his or the Diamondbacks or the Giants, if he's doing it there, I'm not thrilled by it. Obviously.
No, it's.
But as a person, I look and I say I can't blame him for doing something that he loves.
No, I honestly think it's pretty cool.
It's definitely
it's something
sure.
It's something a little off-putting when you think about the money aspect and that he's a pitcher and how likely arm injuries are and everything. Not that he would injure his arm in correlation, but he could injure other parts of his body,
right.
But it's cool. He's just a country boy out there doing rodeos.
Yeah, and I think the best part of the whole story might be that he did it under an alias.
Yeah,
he didn't want anyone
that makes
knowing.
It hilarious.
What do you think? What do you think? One day he was sitting there, he's like, "I'm going with Mason Saunders." What
made Maddison. It's not too far off. It's not too far off. But I don't know. Maybe one of his buddies gave him the idea, or just maybe plugged in a little name generator on Google. I don't know. But there's been tweets surfacing around it and everything, and it's all just next thing we know, Maddison Bumgarner is gonna be the masked vigilante during the night. He's been doing stuff like this his whole career. It's funny because it surfaced and he didn't want it to, and now he's just it's out there. But fans are screaming at him in spring training, "Yo, Mason Saunders!" and he's just giving them a casual wave or just nodding, just going about his business like nothing happened. So for him, it really is an alter ego and an alias. He's not acknowledging it anymore.
Wait, so the also the 26,000 seems like that seems a little ridiculous. So I mean, he's not doing professional like rodeo, right? Because I mean,
it's a competition. So I mean, if he's making that type of money, you have to assume it's pretty high ranking.
I guess so. It's a team event, so they're probably all split in the 26. I would assume, right? All these details probably didn't come out.
No. I mean, the article said he won up to $26,560. I'm assuming that they mean him personally, but it could be his team or.
That's unbelievable.
But yeah,
I think they write him a check. Two Mason Saunders. Pay to the order of Mason Saunders for like 26 grand. That'd be the. I don't know. I think it's laughable.
Can he even cash that?
I don't think he could.
I mean, the money doesn't matter to him. He's just doing it for fun. I mean, this is a guy that still lives on a farm, basically. He got his cow. I mean, he got his wife a cow. He got his wife a cow. He got his cow. He got his wife a cow for her birthday or anniversary or something. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I've since you told me this story, I've gained a lot of respect for my man Maddison Bumgarner. I almost said Mason.
Mason Saunders. Man.
Yeah, so I'll be checking in on my guy throughout the season.
And, so
I wish him well. I hope to see Maddison playing in October.
Yeah, I definitely do too. Back to the more baseball side of it, Maddison Bumgarner is one of the best postseason pitchers ever right now, statistically. And I mean, you just watched it in the World Series; he's dominant. But you know, he's been falling off in the regular season a little bit. He's still league average and. It's even better, above league average at times. He's just had times where he's had the high ERA, can't exactly find the strike zone. But now with the Diamondbacks, new scenery, he's closer to home. You hope maybe he can turn it around a little bit. And new environments always seem to benefit people. So I mean, he hasn't been bad by any means at all. But maybe just this change of scenery really jolts him back into that form.
Yeah, for sure. One quick thing. I just wanted to see if my buddy Maddison still had the long hair going, which he does, in case anyone was wondering, which is awesome. But so I put his name into Google, and the first headline that comes up, Giants affiliate from CBS Sports one day ago. Giants affiliate to honor Maddison Bumgarner's rodeo alias with Mason Saunders night. So they're gonna have a Mason Saunders night.
Oh, there you go.
Think it's like a bobblehead?
That'd be him.
That'd be incredible.
Him like on the ball with the lasso. That would be awesome.
I mean, that would be the only sellout that the affiliate has all year. But I would go.
Yeah, I would. That sounds like a fun night.
Yeah, it definitely does. But wow, the more I read on this guy, the more I like him.
Yeah, he's an interesting cat.
I mean. He's from. Guess what the name of his hometown is?
I wouldn't even know.
Hickory, North Carolina. If that doesn't tell you everything you know about
this is a guy that when he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, he was in a cornfield in full uniform, and instead of a bat, he had an axe.
That's awesome. I love this guy.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. For sure.
Let's up into some, I guess, real baseball.
Yeah.
Some of the less fun side of baseball. We'll talk a little Jose Altuve.
Yeah, just Astros spring training as a whole, pretty much. But it all started, their first spring training game. It's an away game technically. I mean, everything is basically a home game, where in spring training because of how close and everything is. But first spring training game, it's away. Jose Altuve is getting booed, getting chirped. People are asking him to see his tattoo because remember I said Carlos Correa said he has a tattoo.
Yep.
They're asking for his tattoo. Steps to the plate, field of boos. First at bat, he gets plunked. So it's already been one game. We already have Astros players getting hit. Further games have been played since, and other people are getting hit. Bregman's been hit. Springer's been hit. So we're already seeing. I mean, whether it's intentional or not, we're already seeing these guys getting hit more than any other team, and it's only spring training. So what I wanted to ask you, Rob, is how do you think this affects the over-under for the hit by pitches in the regular season?
I don't think it affects it.
Because you think maybe teams are getting out, hitting them now so they don't have to in the regular season as much?
No, I don't think so. Well, first off, I think we both agreed that it was unintentional, correct?
With Jose Altuve?
Yeah.
I think so, but the ones with Bregman and Springer were definitely intentional.
Okay. So, the thing that I'm battling most with this is, is it going to, which neither of us will have the answer to, we're going to have to wait and see, but is it going to be that each team wants to get revenge, like once, so I mean, obviously, first time you meet, you peg one of them.
Right.
Or is it going to be, this pitcher's holding the grudge, so maybe all 5 starters on the Red Sox want their own chance to peg
it definitely could be that. I think for the most part, it's going to be each team is going to, take their shot at them. But there's definitely pitchers that take it personal, and they're going to take it into their own hands, whether they're told to or not. So, I mean, then I actually looked at the numbers. The highest hit by pitches by a team ever was the Cleveland Indians somewhere in the 2000s, 2007 or something like that, maybe earlier, a little later, give or take, 103 times.
Ooh.
So 83 and a half? That's something that we could definitely see.
It's doable.
I said under before. I'm going to change my answer. Pound the over.
Okay. I'm assuming that at that time the Indians hadn't done anything either, right? So I mean, nothing like going into the season. Maybe they had some beefs that they caused during the season.
Yeah.
But nothing that would result in that astronomical number, correct?
No, not that I remember. Nothing drastic like this comes to mind. So if a team like that, the other higher ones were like in the 90s or low 80s. So I think this is very possible. I mean, a lot of those hit by pitches are all just unintentional, on accident. So you add a few intentional ones to the mix, and I think we could see over 90.
I'm gonna stick with my under. I'm gonna stick with it only because the coward of a commissioner, Mr. Manfred, has. He'll probably suspend you if you hit him on purpose. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean it's
ridiculous.
If you get ejected, you get suspended anyway. Ridiculous. So that's nothing new.
Do you actually? How long has that been going on?
It's a long time.
Wow. See, just another thing that
you get thrown out of the game. You get suspended like 1 to 3 games. So.
Wow, that's a whole issue in itself, though. Maybe we wouldn't.
No, it's not.
That's the only sport that's like. You kidding me? That's ridiculous. Brad Stevens has been.
Well, it depends on the ejection. If you get thrown out a guy's head, you're gonna get suspended.
No, I know that, but I mean, wow, that just seems like.
Yeah, if you like mess with the umpire, you get suspended. If you start a fight, you get suspended. But
so Bryce Harper, every video I see of him, he's fighting with an umpire.
Okay. Well, like
is he in for a tough year of playing time?
if you're arguing balls and strikes and you get thrown out, I don't think it leads to suspension.
Ooh, interesting.
But
yeah, I mean, and then so it goes. Which Astro was it who said that it's?
Oh, Alex Bregman.
Oh yeah.
So he in one of the interviews. I believe it was actually a Barstool interview that he said it on. Was he
with Section 9 or Section 10? Was
no.
it with Carabas or someone else?
It was actually with Part of My Take, I think.
Oh, okay.
So Alex Bregman, they were having a conversation, and they're asking about. This is before all this stuff, by the way. They're all before the allegations and sign stealing and all that.
Okay.
So Alex Bregman commented. They asked him, baseball has a lot of unwritten rules. What's your favorite unwritten rules? The unwritten rules, like, don't step on the foul line, don't, stuff like that. So Alex Bregman said, I kind of like the way that the game always has policed itself. So basically what that means is, if there's a double play happening and the runner spikes up and spikes the second baseman, the next at bat, the pitcher's going to police the game and throw at him. So if you do something wrong, you're going to get thrown at. So Alex Bregman has been quoted saying he's completely okay with this happening, which is ironic because now every player on his team is going to be thrown at.
Yeah, we'll see.
So if he retaliates, then this take is going to come back and bite him.
Yeah,
he's going to have to just put his head down and wear it, which so far he's done. The one time he's been hit, he literally just put his head down and ran to first base. So I mean, all the guys have so far, but eventually it's going to be to a point, I think, where one's going to get above the shoulders, maybe above like the chest, and it's going to get ugly, I think.
Yeah, even if it doesn't, I don't know. It's one thing. You take one to the thigh. They'll all, like you said, they'll all wear that and walk to first base. Even if it doesn't get too high, but you catch one in the wrong spot that you feel a little more than you would another. I don't know. I mean, eventually it's gonna get old, and something's gonna happen.
No, it's definitely gonna get old, and I 100% think something will happen at some point. It's just that Alex Bregman has to be mindful of this quote.
I love that it resurfaced.
It's been servicing around. He's definitely seen it. He's a big social media guy. He knows it, and he's gonna do everything to make sure he does not get exposed for this.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way that the game has always policed itself. I mean, he said it. Obviously now he's probably doesn't probably regret saying it, but
I might not. It's a lot of guys like the way baseball does that. It's one of the only games where players take things into their own hands in a somewhat civil way.
Yep.
I mean, that they know, and that unwritten rule, that the game policing itself kind of stops players from doing some things they probably shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, totally. But it's what it is. Hopefully, I really don't know what more to say at this point. Like, I want a couple fights this year. Yeah. I hope they're gonna get hit. There's no other way to put it.
No, there's no denying that.
We'll see with if they can break the Indians' record. Well, not if they can. I mean, if they will. It's not up to them.
Right.
But yeah. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how serious. I mean, obviously the team's taking it serious, but how serious they are about getting revenge on them this way.
Yeah. So I mean, I think everyone is ready to stop talking about this, or unless something new happens. But for the most part, everyone's ready to move on from this and just play real baseball. And when I say move on, I don't mean forget. Everyone's going to be mad about it the whole season, I bet. But just kind of like put it in the back seat and have it something that's lingering. Don't have it something that's, driving the car, basically is what I'm trying to say here. But one thing before we stop talking about the Astros for today, the Astros are literally stealing signs now. I don't know if you saw videos on Twitter or anything. The employees of the spring training facility of the Astros are going into this crowd or into the fan section before the games and literally taking signs that say something about the Astros. So before the season started, they put out a notice to their fans and just to everyone, I guess, no posters or signs allowed. So they were trying to combat the issue themselves,
right.
Which kind of whatever. That's kind of stupid, but
yeah, exactly.
Understandable. So if you got a sign, the Astros employee will literally come over to you and just confiscate it.
Yeah, they'll take it.
Yeah. Wow. So they're literally stealing real signs now. But one slipped into the stadium. It was a woman holding the sign. She goes, "I had a better sign, but the Astros stole it." It's golden. It works in many ways.
It is. That's awesome. And yeah, I mean, also bad luck for the Astros. Now there's a little double meaning on sign stealing for them.
Yeah.
But I guess no PR is bad PR. I guess we'll go with that. I'm gonna go with
normally I agree with that, and that's something I stand by. This incident.
Nah, but pretty much every new thing that you tell me about the Astros, it just makes me like them a little less. Now I'm at like an all-time low now, especially after LeBron talked out. Yeah, I'm at an all-time low.
It's hard to like them. Oh, speaking of that, there's something interesting. There's another video that's been surfacing around. It's a mixture. Bear with me here. It's a mixture of Astros, Dodgers, and Red Sox fan. So, yeah, exactly. No, it's just as crazy as it sounds. So, this guy at a spring training game wearing a Dodgers hat, right?
Okay.
This was filmed by a reporter, by the way, not a fan.
Okay.
So, the beginning of the video, or just what prompted the video, isn't there in the video itself, but basically, the guy must have said something like rooting for the Astros while visibly wearing a Dodgers hat. So then the video starts, and the reporter goes, "Why are you rooting for the Astros?" And he has a Boston accent, wearing the Dodgers hat. And he's like, oh, yeah, we're because I'm too afraid to wear their Astros hat. I looked it up, did some research, and people are getting booed and they're getting like all that stuff. He's like they're getting harassment. I don't want that. So the reporter's like, oh, you're too scared to wear it. So like, are you a Dodgers fan? The Dodgers are like the ones that hate the Astros the most, right? He's like, yeah, I don't really care. They got Mookie now. We traded Mookie to them. So he said we traded Mookie to them. So now this guy's what? Or is he a Red Sox fan now? Because we traded Mookie to them, doing pretty good. All that. So this guy says he was an Astros fan, wearing the Dodgers hat, then referring to himself as a Red Sox fan.
All right, I can totally see being a Red Sox and Dodgers fan. As dumb as that sounds, but if you were a Red Sox fan...
you got the AL team, you got the NL team.
Right, and if you were a Red Sox fan, and then Mookie, who's probably, if you're a Red Sox fan, he probably was your favorite player.
Yeah.
He moves over there, then naturally you're gonna cheer for Mookie and the Dodgers.
Yeah, and it's like Astros, it's like you're following your favorite player.
Right,
like
exactly.
It's common.
And you're still gonna stick with your team. So
right.
You get your team and your favorite players.
Right. So maybe you get a jersey, get the hat.
Right.
But for the most part, this guy said he's an Astros fan. That's what's crazy about it.
I can't rationalize how that would work.
I'll try and find the video for you because it's pretty funny.
That's unbelievable. I mean, 3 teams. Imagine like an NFL fan being like, "Yeah, I love the Pats. I love the Rams.
Would not fly.
And the Jets. It's awesome. Yeah, actually, the Jets are a bad one because like this guy literally picked like 3 of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, I mean he picked teams that definitely are gonna play well. So here it is. So.
Wow, that's so not what I pictured him to look like. A little, I don't know. What do you think he is? Like 35, 40 years old, bald?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. Let's
see.
Know if he's bald.
We'll see if the mic can pick up the audio.
Oh, it's not playing.
Do you have your sound on?
It's going through the headphones. So, you know what? You want to pull it up on your laptop?
Yeah. What's
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. But yeah, I mean, this is
it's so interesting. I mean, like I don't know who would
I DM'd it to you on Twitter. But yeah, this is
perfect.
It's crazy. It's hilarious. It's something. As all sports fans, it's very confusing.
All right, here we go.
Here it is.
You just told me you were in a Dodgers hat, but you're an Astros fan. Correct. Why are you here with a Dodgers hat? Because I didn't dare to wear the Astros hat. You're scared to wear it? Yeah. I didn't know how it was going to come. Well, I did a little research, and I've been heard that they've been booed, they've been heckled, they've been ridden hard. So I said, maybe I don't dare to go down to Lakeland and wear an Astros hat. You do realize the Dodgers hate the Astros right now, right? I do. And you're okay with it? I'm fine with that. We just got Mookie sent over there from Boston, so we're going to kind of affiliate just for Mookie. And the Astros are your top 5 sometimes. Definitely. They're number 2, right behind the Sox.
See?
We're going to like the Dodgers because of Mookie. Okay. We're going to let them into the group, the tight circle.
Okay. So
I completely forgot about that video. That part of the video, he goes right behind the Sox.
All right, so he at least reasoned why the Dodgers were in there at the end.
Right.
He said, we're going to let them into the circle.
Because of Mookie.
But he's the Astros. I don't get it.
I don't understand how they fit in.
Not at all.
The guy's clearly from Boston or somewhere northeast with that accent. Definitely not a Southern boy.
Not at all.
Not a piece of Astros apparel on him, which he explained. But I mean, come on, there's no way he's an Astros fan.
None. Like, my mind is blown right now.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It is. But wow, that's definitely interesting. I don't know. We've been going for a half hour. You want to take a little break and come back? We got some more baseball talk.
It's a baseball heavy show. There's surprisingly a quiet week in sports.
It definitely was.
Aside from just regular games being played in the NBA and stuff like that, it's really not much has happened.
There's been no breaking news.
It really hasn't.
But so we'll take a quick break and we'll come back and talk some more baseball.
Sounds good.
You listen to WDOM 91.3. Behind the Dish with Ben and Robbie, and we'll be back in a couple.
Welcome back to WDM 91.3 PC Radio. This is Behind the Dish. Once again, I'm Ben Blotti. I'm here with Rob. We're going to continue to talk about some baseball.
Yeah, we got some unfortunate news out of not out of New York, but I mean, I guess
yeah,
we'll go
it is
out of New York.
It is out of New York. Actually,
even though they're in spring training, we'll go out in New York.
Technically, it's out of New Jersey.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, out of New Jersey, out of New York, out of Florida, wherever they are.
Anyway, the Red Sox investigation. This is really getting me all up in arms. I mean, come on. The Red Sox investigation was supposed to be done in the winter, completed, and then they pushed it back. We're not done yet. We can't find anything. We're gonna move it back to spring training, right? Right before pitchers and catchers, right before the players report. Nah, then we're gonna move it a little bit. It was supposed to be done early this week. Now we get a report. We're not doing anything until March.
Which is only 3 days away at this point. 4 days away.
No, but I guess it's gonna be later.
What if it's like March? If it's like March 30th, then
They said early March, but I don't believe what they say.
How can you believe anything they say at this point?
Well, at this point, the Red Sox are gonna have to suspend all their games because it's gonna be like April 1st, and the investigation's gonna come out, and it's gonna be terrible. They're gonna be like, yeah, you can't play the rest of the season.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, it's either they have absolutely nothing on them, or it's something huge.
Yeah, but I'm leaning toward the side of nothing.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I mean, so no matter what, they're gonna get some punishment because of the Apple Watch thing back in 2017, no, 2016. I don't know. Whenever John Farrell's last year as manager.
Okay.
2017, I think.
I don't even know what that was. The Apple Watch?
They were accused of stealing signs using the Apple Watch. They would relay signs to the third base coach. He had an Apple Watch on, and it would buzz and stuff and all that.
That seems so obvious. If I look down at my Fitbit, it buzzes. Okay.
Yeah. Or a little text message, but I don't know. But either way, they're gonna get in trouble for that. Probably, definitely a fine. Maybe some draft picks. I hope not draft picks.
Yeah.
That would be pretty bad for us.
Yeah.
But either way, it's gonna be something. But in terms of 2018. Every single player on the team, even Ian Kinsler, who's retired now and in the front office with the Padres, came out and said, "Yeah, we didn't do anything. We didn't cheat." It's not like they're saying it after the report came out. They're saying it before there was a report. Everyone's saying the exact same thing. No, we didn't cheat. They can keep on looking. They're not going to find anything, so they're all completely confident that there's nothing out there, and I am too.
Okay, yeah. If they're all coming out willing to put their reputation on the line of saying. Not only. We straight up. They're all saying that they can cheat.
Yeah. If they find something now, it's gonna be a really bad look for them. So I completely agreed with them in saying they didn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, I just hope. When you and Nolan said Nolan, who's one of our friends, Ben and Nolan are the two most passionate Red Sox fans. I know. So when they were talking about this the other morning, Ben told Nolan that the investigation or the decision got moved back, and honestly, Nolan's reaction, he wasn't even surprised. It was just genuinely they were both oh, that's classic MLB right there.
They're just at this point they're just digging and digging. They're not finding anything.
They got to give up at some point here soon, right?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe they'll just take it for years and years. And one day it will be
maybe your grandkids might be able to see the conclusion of this report one day.
They might be able to. At this rate, we're never going to find it. It's going to get pushed back every month. I honestly want to know what the report says, though. So I do hope it comes out soon.
Why? You just want the clarity that says all clear?
I know it's all clear. I just want to see what they've been looking for.
Oh, so you think that's going to be in there? But if they didn't find anything, they're not going to say, we didn't find this, we didn't find...
They're going to put something in there. It might be something incredibly small, but it's going to be in there.
Okay, I think if they find nothing, it's going to be as broad and as simple as they can possibly have.
Probably, but it's going to include the Apple Watch thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So at a minute, they're not going to find nothing, because they already have that.
Yeah, but... So they're gonna find nothing for the 2018 team.
Right.
Basically, why this started was it was reported that the Red Sox were using the video room to steal signs, but every team in baseball does that.
Okay.
So
what are you gonna punish all of them?
No,
exactly.
Not punish anyone. But I don't know. The investigation's been moved back.
Just I don't know. Just give a fist pump and move on.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's not going to find anything.
Yeah, I mean, so what? As long as it comes out by, I don't know, even if it comes out late March, like it's really not going to have much of an impact on.
No, it's not going to have any impact unless the report's like something devastating.
Right.
Like players are suspended or something, which won't happen.
So yeah, assuming that they actually don't find anything, then the timetable on when it comes out isn't a huge deal.
No,
but
no, it's not.
Yeah, so I mean the Sox spring training, I mean, going pretty well, I guess, right? Tied 2-2 the other day, which thank gosh I didn't touch that game. and then but was it yesterday or 2 days ago that they had the over-under was like 10.5 runs.
Oh, it was against the Orioles. It was
Yeah.
like 2 days ago. They ended up winning like 13-4.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I cannot touch that. And Ben was like, oh no, like we got all our bats in the lineup.
Yeah,
today.
it was a great day for Michael Chavis hit a home run.
So I was like, all right.
Moonshot.
And then I never bet on him, and I should have, because you were right. I should have hit the over that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, spring training ball pretty soon. Like, I'm assuming that is it like the NFL where like week 1, week 2, like really no one really plays, but then you get into so the closer we get to the season, the more game action we'll see the real guys get.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I.
Especially with like pitchers might throw an inning here. Eventually they'll be extended a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, dude, look at this home run. Wow.
Oh.
Oh, that's Michael Chavis we're just talking about. He hit an absolute moonshot in spring training against the Pirates.
Right out of the stadium.
Oh, it went over
that
everything.
definitely hit someone's car.
That's what I'm looking forward to right there.
I just watching that video. We already talked about the Astros. We're not gonna get back on them. But I saw a video. I think it was Springer. He walked up there. They're booing him. First pitch, he swung.
Oh, right out of his shoes. Oh, he fell down.
Missed. Oh my goodness! It was he literally, like, most people would have hurt themselves if they got into the position that he was in after swinging and missing.
He fell right down. Yeah.
It was incredible. Literally,
the pitching ninja was comparing him to boxing, Dante Wilder.
Yeah, after getting
knocked out.
Yeah, getting knocked out. Not knocked out. Yeah, pretty much. I guess it technically goes down as a knockout win or whatever.
Alex Bregman, after he got hit, ended up hitting a home run.
Did he?
Yeah.
Classic. I still actually I can't say that I like any.
Look, I hate to say it after everything that's been said about them, but I think the Astros are still going to be a very good team, and I think they're going to be probably in first place for most of the season. I
bet they're not going to remember how to hit. They don't know how to hit without knowing what pitch is coming.
No, they're gonna be a very good team.
Nah, I mean, yeah, they all, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I agree. There can only be so much of a drop off because of this. I don't think it's gonna have a huge impact on anything. But we'll see. I didn't want to rehash the Astros, but when I saw that video, I totally meant to mention mention him. Literally, he swung.
Yeah, right.
He wanted to hit it like 500 feet.
Yeah, he really did.
But yeah, so do you have any more Sox talk, or you want to talk about Severino?
Maybe a quick mention on Alex Verdugo.
Okay. What's up?
There's been a lot of controversy with him actually since he's got here. One, I know we talked about it a little bit because he's not Mookie Betts.
Yep.
But there's also some allegations out there that you really do not want to see with anyone. Yeah.
Tell me him.
It's been involving him in a minor, maybe some.
Ooh, how long ago? Well, he's not that
while
old,
he was in the minor leagues. So a couple of years ago, he was cleared of all charges.
Okay.
But still, the full report of the story didn't come out, and he's been asked about it a lot. He's been cleared. We're gonna say nothing happened for now.
Okay.
But not on top of that. That's just something else that's been getting on fans that they don't like his personality. They hate his haircut.
Yeah.
A lot of fans are finding every reason they can to hate him.
Even here, even in New England.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. All the Boston fans. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a tough year for him, honestly.
Do you think?
I think he might play well, but with the media and stuff, he might. I mean, so far he's handled it great.
I don't know. Nothing fixes these problems like on field production. So, We'll see.
That's true.
I mean, it sounds bad, but...
Well, that's the other thing. He's not going to be ready for opening day, it sounds like.
Oh, really?
He has back injuries.
Oh, boy.
So, That's a
bad mix.
Fans are finding every reason they can to hate him, and then these allegations that you don't want to see involving a minor is just, it just adds to it and makes it even worse. Even if he was cleared, they're still out there and still being talked about. So hopefully he gets cleared of that just for the sake of everyone involved. And just really thought Alex Verdugo. It's gonna be a tough year.
You did a little spotlight on him last week, and now here we are a week later.
Yeah.
But you did mention in that spotlight that his off the field.
Yeah, I mean he's been seen as childish and everything.
Yeah.
I still think personally when he gets on the field, he's gonna perform very well.
Okay.
I think he's gonna have a good season.
I hope so.
Which, a lot of fans will ridicule you for saying that, but I think he will.
All right. Only time will tell.
But Michael Chavis, big time player this year. He's going to take a stride.
You think so? I mean, after seeing that home run, I can't sit here and disagree with you.
I think he's gonna. I hope the Red Sox put him at second base. He also second or first base. Him and Mitch Moreland could split some time. I hope Chavis plays more, even though I love Mitchie Two Bags. A little steak and potatoes action. But, yeah, I hope Chavis plays. He's been playing in spring training almost every game, getting reps in at first and second. So
Good.
They've also said they might put him in the outfield. I don't think that's going to happen anymore now that they signed Kevin Pillar. But it's been said he could play some outfield. Kind of take over the super utility role for Brock Holt.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
What do you think?
No,
I'm skeptical of that.
I don't like putting less mobile guys into the outfield.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. He's not. He isn't. He's just not the. He doesn't have like the athleticism that whole.
No, he does though.
Not the speed.
He's not as fast, but I think he could do it. I just don't like it.
Okay.
I think it's a little risky.
So you think we're in a tough situation. We have a couple injuries. Rather than bring up a minor league outfielder, you can throw him out there for a couple games.
Yeah.
But he's not someone that you would want back there for a month straight.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, Red Sox fans are scarred with Hanley Ramirez in the outfield, and Blake Swire hurt his ankle, which just led to so much more in the outfield. So Red Sox fans don't want to see any players out of position in the outfield. That's just something that it's very difficult for us.
Fair enough.
So let's move on to the evil empire, the New York Yankees. Some terrible news for them. Terrible. Luis Severino, starting pitcher, only pitched what? You said 3 games last year?
Yep.
He needs Tommy John surgery right now. He's going to be out for the season, maybe someone next season. Their pitching just got a whole lot worse. This is a team that pretty much said they had no holes. Now James Paxton's hurt. Luis Severino's hurt. J.A. Happ, you never know what you're going to get from him. The dude's like 40. Not actually, but he's up there. And so your really only constant is Garrett Cole and Masahiro Tanaka, who has a lot of tendencies to get hurt too. So right now they basically only got two to 3 pitchers. So they're in the same boat pitching-wise as the Red Sox. But
obviously this closes the gap between us and them a little bit. You don't think so?
No, their lineup is scary, man. I think it closes it a little bit, but they were without Severino last year.
Yep.
It's a blow for them because, with Severino, they probably could have been up there with the Dodgers and definitely been an even game. Now it's a little less even. Still would be even, but not as anywhere close. But, I mean, their lineup is deep. They got minor leaguers who are MLB ready.
Oh, I do remember you saying that, yes. Yeah.
They got a good lineup. They have versatility, power. They got everything. So
really, you just got to figure out the starting rotation. Assuming that these guys are.
But then they got a little more bad news.
Oh boy.
Giancarlo Stanton will most likely not be ready for opening day. Second season in a row. He's been just hurt with injuries ever since he got moved from the Marlins to here.
Wasn't he horrible last year anyway?
Well, he barely played.
Oh, okay.
He played like I don't know. Let's look it up. He played.
I could have swore though, like he was even when he was playing, like he just wasn't that effective.
I mean, he wasn't terrible. I don't think. I don't really remember because he barely played.
Interesting.
But I mean, this is a guy who came over, played pretty well right away. Then ever since he's just been injured. I mean, let's look at it. He was traded in 2018.
He's been there. He's had 2 seasons with the Yankees.
So the first year he played 158 games for them. So that's a good year. He had a good year. And then last year only 18 games.
18 games. What were his stats in those?
He hit 288 with 3 home runs. So not terrible.
No, it's not that bad.
But only 18 games, and he has like a $300 million contract. So you expect a lot more from him. You expect him to be healthy. I mean, this is a guy from literally look at this from 2010 to 2017. He was on the Marlins. His games go. His rookie year, he played 100 games. It goes 100, 150, 123, 116, 145, 74. So he got hurt that year, but still an all-star.
Was that the year that he got hit in the face, probably?
Yes,
Okay.
it was. Yeah, 2016, 119 games. 2017, 159. So, I mean,
yeah. So I mean, 18 is an absolute outlier in there.
right.
Aside from the 74, which that could have happened to anyone. Obviously.
That's not his fault.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Only 18 games. Now he's hurt again with the calf strain. But last year, people are comparing him to Jacoby Ellsbury. So I know you love Jacoby. As a Red Sox fan, we love Jacoby. As a Yankees fan, you absolutely hate him. Signed a big contract with them, over $100 million. And he barely played at all. He was basically MIA for like 3 years. Didn't even touch the field. People didn't even know if he was alive, basically.
Poor Jacoby. They should have let him pinch run at least.
No, he couldn't.
Why?
He had like leg injuries. No one even knew what he was injured for. He just wasn't there. And seriously, no one knows what he was doing.
Oh man.
Giancarlo Stanton's getting compared to Jacoby Ellsbury because of these injuries, and that's not really fair because he's only been hurt 1 year. But if you look at the injuries that happened last year, every time he was about to come back, he went right back on the IL, injured list. So it's just interesting. Like he couldn't get healthy last year.
No, I don't know. I just want to see what my man Jacoby's up to because I guess he went MIA.
Yeah.
So I had to see.
No one knows. They finally released him this year, I think.
But like you said, so the headline, New York Post, 14 hours ago, Stanton giving Yankees Jacoby Ellsbury flashbacks.
Yeah.
That's scary. But Jacoby,
he was a guy. Jacoby Ellsbury was a guy that was hurt on the Red Sox a lot too. He played a heck of a lot more for the Red Sox than he did for the Yankees in games wise. But with the Yankees, he was hurt constantly. Like I said, go pull up his baseball reference. Let's see.
The first stat that comes up when you Google his name is stolen bases.
Oh, he was fast.
I know he was fast. That's why I said put him at the pinch run. Then I found out that he just didn't play. He just was missing.
Yeah, so
343 career stolen bases.
He played for 4 seasons with the Yankees, and then the past.
Whoa! Does that say he played triple-digit games every year?
Yeah, but
he wasn't MIA. My man showed up to work, Ben.
His contract. Okay, Google his contract right now, because he got to New York, played 149, 111, 148, 112. So keep in mind the season's 162 games, so most guys play around 140, 150 games.
After the 2013 season, Ellsbury signed a 7-year, $153 million.
So let me ask you, Rob, where has he been for those 3 years?
I don't know. Maybe he went back to Oregon. He went to college out at Oregon State. Maybe he went back. Maybe he's in Florida.
No, he's been hurt.
That's unbelievable. Why? Where does he go?
No one knows. He's been in rehab stints, but then eventually he just left the Yankees facilities altogether.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he went back to Oregon.
He got released though now this year, so. But
man, so I'm assuming it's retirement time for him.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got all the money that he could want. What else does he have to do?
So they actually filed a grievance against him to try and get the remaining 3 years money worth. And the MLB Players Association, they fight for players harder than any other group. They appealed it, and I think they won. So Ellsbury's getting that money.
Good. He deserves every penny that he gets. I passionately. Not only do I like Jacoby Ellsbury, but the name Jacoby is just unbelievable.
I mean, I don't know. This is a case that was a case where I think maybe the Yankees. I mean, they don't need the money, but I think maybe they deserve it because.
Nah. Jacoby's money. They look. I mean, if he just got up and left, that'd be one thing. But like you said, he was hurt.
That's true. That's true. And they have insurance on contracts and all that, so they're fine.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll never feel bad for a team. They're especially a team like the Yankees. The money's never really an issue. You know?
No, definitely not with them. So, the Yankees. It's still gonna be really easy for them, but a little bit harder now without a DH/outfielder. Let's look at their projected lineup because I'm pretty sure for the most part it's going to stay the same aside from Severino. But, I mean, they played last year. Their motto was next guy up, and it looks like they might have to do a little bit of that this year too.
That was actually their motto? Is that like if I went on like the Twitter, that's what it would say? Because that's ridiculous.
They made T-shirts and stuff. Like, it was always...
They took that from the Pats. That's not okay. Whatever. That's not whatever. It's just not allowed. But I guess they can do what they want. Interesting.
So their lineup.
What's their lineup sound like?
Fourth, we're looking at here. They have Giancarlo Stanton slotted in, so that's going to be someone else who's going to have to fill in. Gary Sanchez is catching at fifth. Luke Voigt sixth. Seventh, Miguel Andujar. That's interesting. I think Gio Urshela would probably get the start over him, although they have him in here too, where they have Gio playing. They have Gio playing third base and Miguel Andujar in the DH spot. So that means they had Giancarlo Stanton in the outfield. So basically what's going to happen now is Brett Gardner is just going to take over that role in the outfield.
I like Brett. He's still around?
No, I hate Brett Gardner.
What do you mean?
He's a hateable guy, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, as a baseball enthusiast, doesn't he play the game that you would want someone to play the game?
I guess. He's a hothead.
Is he really?
I haven't seen the videos of him banging the dugout ceiling with his bat.
Never see the video of David Ortiz blowing up a
that's
phone?
one time. Brett Gardner does this every game. David Ortiz was very upset because of two terrible blown calls.
Exactly.
He almost killed Dustin Pedroia.
Look, I'm not.
Almost killed.
Look,
Dustin
I'm
Pedroia.
never. I'm not one to blame anyone for. I'm not gonna hold it against anyone for their passion for getting caught up in the emotions of a game. I would rather someone like that than someone who, you should be a little pissed off after you strike out.
No, yeah, I agree. Just
maybe not.
He's literally taking the bat,
but
banging it like on the ceiling.
It's all right. Ben, until you're in a 0 for 30 slump, don't tell Brett Gardner what he can and can't do.
Yeah. He was not in an 0 for 30 slump. But.
But yeah. So then, you want to talk Tebow?
Tim Tebow, promote Tebow 2020, baby. Tebow hit an opposite field spring training home run.
Who is he playing for in spring training?
The Mets, baby.
Oh, he's still with them.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah. He's a lefty. So what did he just tee one off the left field?
Yeah, I mean it actually was not a great looking home run.
Really?
It barely got out there, but he hit a home run in a major league atmosphere.
That's awesome. I'll say this much: I miss him in the NFL.
Yeah. But
here you got the video of it. I will say he looks like he.
He's been a minor league all-star. It wasn't,
really?
It wasn't a terrible shot actually.
No,
it's actually a pretty good shot. Tim Tebow, he's got some power, baby. But
that was a pretty good swing. It was pretty compact. I like that.
I wonder who he.
There he is. Wow, he looks like he put on a little weight though.
Yeah, well, he's got to put on the muscle to hit those home runs, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Especially opposite field, those Oppo Tacos, baby. They
I don't know. All I remember about Tebow Bronco. I mean, I remember a lot about him from Florida winning the Heisman's. Anyway,
he hit it off of a major league pitcher too.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the guy's been terrible, but
is he? But this guy might be a big league pitcher. Come April 1st.
He used to be all right.
Huh. I don't know. I mean, it would be incredible for baseball if Tebow finds a way to. If he could find a way to make it to the big somehow.
I mean,
how unrealistic is that, though, Ben?
No, I see the Mets doing it. They're gonna a publicity stunt.
Right. But to actually earn his way onto Citi Field, how realistic is it to see him? I'm not gonna say that he's gonna be an everyday starter.
Oh no, but he'll probably get like 2 at bats and get sent down if it does happen.
Right. So I mean, but is there any? Do you see any possible outcome in which he could be a bench player on an MLB team?
No.
So he's just not good enough.
No, I mean he was a minor league All-Star 2 years ago, and then last year
when you said that
kind
of made me think for a minute that.
I mean it'd be cool. He's a great guy. Obviously, you love him.
Yep.
I love him, but I don't see him playing a bench player. But I do see him being called up, maybe getting a couple at bats. Maybe this year, if the Mets have a terrible season, I would not put it past their ownership to do it.
Interesting. Yeah, you've talked about them.
Crazy.
But so then you have on here Tebow to play for his team Philippines.
That's pretty cool. So the World Baseball Classic. I don't know how much you know about that.
A little bit.
Basically, I know
that the USA
was taken
gets some
out
nice uniforms.
Yeah, they're cool. When the Olympics got rid of baseball, the World Baseball Classic was started to take its place. And let me tell you, it's some of the most exciting baseball out there. Basically, there's guys that, like Team Canada, they don't have all major league guys. There's a ton of teams that don't have all these major league players. The Team USA isn't even the best one, which,
I know.
I mean, you could probably understand that. It's the Dominican Republic is a great team. Mexico is a great team. Venezuela is a great team. USA is a great team too. But the atmosphere in all these games is awesome. So cool. You go down. All the games are played at a neutral site for the most part once you get to a certain round, but there's like noisemakers. The fans are banging drums, kazoos, like all this. They go nuts.
Wait, so how is he playing for Team Philippines?
So he was born in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
So they're pretty lenient with like what team you can play on. If you have like an ounce of that,
with that country in you, you're good to go.
Like Anthony Rizzo, first baseman for the Chicago Cubs. His grandfather is from Italy, so he played on Team Italy. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, it'll definitely be a good thing for the World Baseball Classic itself, but obviously Team Philippines.
It's a good thing for Tebow too.
It is. We'll see. I mean, it is the best of the best talent. All the MLB guys playing it, like you said. So we'll see where he really is.
Honestly, a lot more of them could play in it, and I wish a lot more of them did. There's not. You look at Team USA, this roster from the past. It's not packed, but. I mean, obviously their roster's all MLB guys, but they could have all the stars on it.
Yeah, that's kind of like let me compare that to so basketball is still in the Olympics, obviously, but so a lot of at least the USA guys.
Baseball's coming back too.
Is it okay?
Baseball and softball are coming back to the Olympics.
Yeah, so a lot of the NBA guys don't play, or they'll all go out for the Olympics. So they have they invite X amount of guys to the tryout, and it's funny that we call it a tryout, but I guess it's more of a workout.
Yeah.
And then they'll take their 15 guys and go out and win the Olympics with ease, because pretty much, not with ease. I mean, I guess Spain. Once in a while, a country will pop
up. For the most part,
it's with ease.
Team USA basketball is winning it with ease.
But then, so FIBA, they have the FIBA on the non-Olympic years, which is essentially the World Baseball Classic of basketball. And most of them don't play. So this year, the Celtics had 4 guys on Team USA, which, don't get me wrong, Kemba and Tatum would probably have made the Olympic team, but Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart definitely would not have. It's nothing against them, but I guess it's kind of the same if you're saying that not all the top guys are playing in the World Baseball.
I mean, a lot of them don't want to. Some don't want to get hurt. A lot are. I mean, they try and get the top guys, and their team is very good.
Yep.
With a lot of good players, but it could be better. A lot of guys step up too, though.
Yeah.
And
I guess you can't
They kind of rise to the occasion and played well for their nation. So it's pretty cool stuff.
Interesting. So we'll see. When do you know when it is?
2021.
Oh, okay. So Tebow's got some time. He's got to try and stay sharp until. Now you want to go to a quick break, and I think we got a little more baseball after that. Then we're gonna talk brief Pats, and then get some basketball to end the show.
All right.
You're listening to WDOM 91.3 Behind the Dish with Ben and Robbie, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. Thank you for listening.
Welcome back to WDOM 91.3 PC Radio. You're listening to Behind the Dish. I'm Ben Bly. This is Robbie Cannon. Quick announcement for all those PC students out there real quick. It is the last chance to sign up for the Career Prep for Study Abroad Alumni Workshop. The Center for Global Education and Career Education will be hosting an interview prep session for returning study abroad students. This session will be held on Thursday, February 27th, that's today, from 5 to 6 and more 120. Through this session, you'll learn how to highlight skills you developed on study abroad when writing a resume, doing an interview, or doing an elevator pitch. RSVP to secure your place.
Also, just a reminder for all Providence College students and guests dining on campus during lunch. Just a friendly reminder that Providence College serves only meatless options beginning Ash Wednesday on February 26th and every Friday during lunch, which includes all dining locations on the Providence College campus: Alumni Hall, Raymond, Duncan, Eaton Street, and Wayne.
All right, great job, Rob. So let's hop back in. A little bit of baseball talk. You can, if you want to call it that. It's related. So, the Red Sox have put Chai Jung Lui in quarantine, and so he is from Taiwan. He reported to spring training. We have a call. Let's take it. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Ben. Pat from New Jersey again.
Hi.
Good show.
How are you today?
I got a football question.
All right.
What do you think of the talk, Brady coming to the Giants?
I actually haven't. Have you heard about that, Rob?
I saw some articles. I didn't read much on it though.
That's interesting. I don't know.
It scared me.
It's a little scary to think about.
It's a little scary to think about.
The GM for the Giants isn't giving Jones really good support.
Yeah, so that was the second thing.
Always avoids the question. Now, 3 people, I'm reading the paper, said that the Giants, I'm trying to think, the Raiders, I think?
Yeah.
And the Chargers, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Those were the other 2 that I heard.
The three of them are interested because they think Jones needs another year of sitting on the bench and learning.
Yeah,
I will say,
honestly,
Daniel Jones would benefit. He would definitely benefit from seeing Brady.
From a Giants perspective, it's a great idea. Honestly, it would be very beneficial for Daniel Jones, who because Eli just retired, right?
Yeah, he's done. So now it's Daniel's team.
I don't think Daniel Jones is ready for a team by himself. Honestly, though.
No, he won't be a backup. Don't forget now, Judge came from the Patriots, the new coach.
Right. And wasn't there talks of Belichick going to the Giants as well earlier.
Yeah, but Belichick's here.
He's definitely at the Patriots to stay. But Jones, he did a pretty good job for them, but he would definitely benefit from someone like Brady. But I don't see that happening. I don't know if Brady could do that. Go over to someone who beat him in the Super Bowl.
I agree. I would be able to come to terms with if he went off to like San Diego or Vegas. I could come to terms with that. But if he went to New
Giants,
York, that wouldn't settle too well.
If Brady goes to the Giants, New England is going to be up in arms. They're going to be freaking out.
For sure.
Well, first of all, I don't think it's going to happen myself, but I'm just wondering. It's starting to, even like some of the commentators on the sports shows are talking about it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it would definitely be interesting. And from take out bias and New England sports bias, obviously if you're a Giants fan, I don't know, if you're a Giants fan, do you necessarily even, I mean, you probably want Brady, but do you really want Brady?
I think you do. I think at the very least, he's only going to be there for, probably 2 years?
Yeah.
I think Daniel Jones would just learn so much in those 2 years that I think he would be so much better for it.
Maybe 1 year it's all Brady's team. The second year it would be, split.
Off, yeah.
But I don't see it happening. It would be an interesting idea and would be probably very beneficial. But maybe they bring in someone like Phillip Rivers.
I could see that.
Well, I don't think Belichick's going to let him go, especially to the Giants.
I agree.
Belichick was with the Giants many years.
Yeah. Oh, so, I agree.
All right. Well, keep up the good work, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
for the call.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that's it.
Thank you for your call.
Yeah, that was a great call. I didn't even talk about that. It kind of just slipped my mind.
Yeah, I mean, we have a little Pats talk after we talk a little bit more about the MLB, but that definitely wasn't even in it.
No, that was great.
But honestly, my brain's just trying to forget that there's any chance.
No, I know. That would be something. I don't even think I could watch the Patriots if he goes to the Giants.
Especially, I mean, at this point now, we would have to draft someone if he's gone,
right?
And we'd have to pretty much throw him into the fire, which he never.
I mean, they could sign Phillip Rivers, but
yeah, I guess there's always QBs out there. You're right,
but I agree they should draft a quarterback.
Yeah, I think either way. I think regardless, they're going to draft one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so did you want to talk about this Red Sox prospect?
It's just kind of crazy. So Chi Jung-Lee from Taiwan, he reported to spring training. Literally, like not even a week into it, they tell him he has to go back home because they're scared he's carrying the coronavirus. So it's what's crazy about this. I mean, it's understandable. It's getting more. The outbreak is getting bigger and everything. But what's crazy about this is Zhu Weilin was asked to go into quarantine earlier this month. So I don't think they're still there. I think once they were cleared of anything, they went. Yeah, they went back to spring training, but that's 2 players from Taiwan that they asked to quarantine because they're nervous about the coronavirus.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm nervous about the coronavirus at this point.
Related to that, the Japanese Baseball League closed its doors to fans, not allowing any fans to watch the games. So they're just going to play until.
But they're going to keep the games go on. So I assume you would just watch. Everybody's watching TV, empty ballpark,
right? Which it's kind of interesting, but I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
it's where the virus originated.
Yeah.
But, and then the soccer league just stopped playing, and the Japanese J League, they call it, they just stopped playing. They're not going to play again until March 15th.
That one from a league perspective makes a little more sense to me. Just kind of give it
a lot more travel and everything.
Right, give it a month. But I guess the baseball one, that's not a bad idea either, to just. Because they're still getting TV revenue, but ticket sales are, at least here. I don't know what a baseball league over there looks like. But I'm assuming
it's packed.
Right. Okay, that's what I
mean,
figured.
smaller stadiums and everything, but it's packed and the fans are into it. Baseball is like heaven for them over there.
Exactly. That's okay. That's what I figured. But yeah, so especially over in Japan, you can obviously understand. You think that we're a little nervous over here. I mean, over there, it's got to be a whole different level.
Yeah, I mean, most of Asia probably, honestly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so hopefully this stuff gets taken care of because players getting quarantined, I don't want to see that anymore. They got to go get ready.
I know. I mean, on a bigger news, I don't want to see it getting over here. The whole virus, I don't really care about whether my man has to get quarantined. Just don't. If the virus reaches the U.S., I mean it has. I was just looking this morning on the CDC. They got I think it's over 20 U.S. cases now.
Wow.
Or high teens or something.
Wow.
So, yeah, right here. Oh my gosh, 53. 53, Ben.
Wow.
Yep.
It's coming.
Yep, right here.
They're gonna take care.
CDC.gov.
It's gonna go away soon. Don't worry.
I don't know. I hope so. I'm getting nervous.
All right, we'll move on. Just thought I should mention that. the MLB is going to crack down on pitchers using quote-unquote foreign substances. So I know right away you were like, what are foreign substances? I'll tell you. You ever see a pitcher, wiping their hair, then using the ball? They got a little grease in there, maybe a little sunscreen, get a little better grip on the ball. Maybe they're, pine tar. That's very common.
Yep.
So it's always been like an unwritten rule. Everyone does it, so just don't say anything. There was one time, 2014, Michael Pineda on the Yankees. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah.
He got caught with a huge glob of pine tar on his neck. But basically it allows for better grip and better spin rate, which the spin rate age of baseball is at its peak. Everyone's realizing how important it is and everything. So if you can get more grip, more spin rate on the ball, it's going to help you a lot. So the agreements, it's always been like a gentleman's agreement. Like, yeah, don't do it, but if you do it, just do it out of sight, and no one's going to care because everyone's doing it.
Yep.
But so now it's been unclear how they're going to crack down on it or what the punishment's going to be. But they're going to be more serious about it and try and prevent it. I guess they think pitching is just too overpowered at this point. I'm not exactly sure. But
maybe they want more offense, like me.
they already got more. They got more offense with the juice balls.
No, it definitely is. I don't know. I don't know how to feel on it. Like you said, in the grand scheme of the rules infractions that we've had going on in the MLB, it's not too high up on the priority list.
Everyone does. Everyone does this.
Right. So I don't know. I guess just put some guidelines. There are guidelines around it, I assume.
Yeah, there are. But so basically, like, guys lather up their arm with something, they make it look like sweat. They put stuff in. If they have longer hair, they put stuff in their hair.
Yep.
Put stuff in their glove on the outside. Catchers put pine tar under their knee or on their shin guards. You've seen Yadier Molina. He put it on his chest protector. The ball stuck to his chest protector. You've probably seen that video at some point. Him standing up, the ball is still stuck there. So everyone's using it because you want a better grip, and just if everyone does it, then no one really cares.
Right. That's definitely the MLB. Just another, but yeah, that's definitely one that like you said, if everybody's doing it, there's no one that really has an advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
apparently they're gonna crack down on it, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna. I guess the only way to crack down on it is just to make the punishments more severe.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think just crack down on it means, in a sense, like they're actually just gonna do something about it, because normally they just let it slide.
Yeah.
So,
but, yeah. So, you got any more MLB talk out of you, Ben?
I think that's gonna do it for today.
All right, so we want to transition over to the NFL. So we were just talked about it a little bit with our caller. Talk the Pats.
Yeah.
But so you threw in an interesting headline here. Belichick at Middle Tennessee. if there's nothing more Bill Belichick than this. Belichick at Middle Tennessee State in the rain instead of at the combine.
He was at a workout watching. Did you say Tyshawn or Tyshawn?
Probably, yeah, Tyshawn Render.
Tyshawn Render, who plays plays for Middle Tennessee. So Belichick, instead of just the NFL Combine's going on right now, right?
Yeah.
Today's the last day for it.
Yep.
So instead of being at the Combine watching all these guys, he was here watching one guy.
Watching
a prospect.
Watching a senior, so he's graduated. So he's actually, I guess for the NFL, you can't go until after like your junior anyway. So really, he's not that old for the NFL. But he's watching a defense. He went to watch a defensive end at Middle Tennessee State rather than go to
the combine.
And
it was in the pouring rain.
Yeah, I'm seeing pictures right here. Well, this kid did the workout with the shirt off, and
he's huge.
He's scary. He's scary looking. I now see why Mr. Belichick went to see him instead. But yeah, that's classic Bill Belichick. But I will say that kid. I googled his name. I didn't even Google Belichick, and all the headlines that come up.
Yeah.
You know how Google puts up the 3 headlines.
Mm-hmm.
All of them were Bill Belichick stuns small school prospect with surprise workout. Bill Belichick skips combine to see small school kid. So but for this kid, for Render, this couldn't be any better, because now every other team says, what's so special about this kid that That Belichick
And
going up in the range.
this is just classic Belichick.
Oh yeah.
I mean, going to scout out the little guys. I mean, think of all the stars that we have from like little no-name college. Not no-name.
Edelman, quarterback at like Kent State.
Chris Hogan played lacrosse at Penn State. Yeah. I mean, just guys like that.
Crazy.
So it's not out of the realm for the Patriots to do stuff like this. And I mean, if Belichick gets his eyes on a guy, he's probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah. No, I definitely. It's pretty cool, to be honest. But aside from that, I'm excited.
Real quick. There's been reports early this morning, late last night. They're starting to say Brady might not come back at all.
Might be hanging him up.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe those.
I don't either. The man. I mean. All joking aside, it was a commercial. So everybody's. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit the negative commercial. I was like, woo, he's coming back. But obviously,
everyone's high-fiving in the hall and everything.
Right.
But I mean, I understand why he would retire. I
no,
really do.
He's earned every right to do whatever he wants.
He earned it 2 years ago.
Yeah. But I think that genuinely, as a person, he feels like he still has something to prove, which he doesn't. I mean, to any sane person, he has nothing left to prove. But I feel like to him, he's
probably he just loves playing football.
He does. It's
all he knows.
Right. The only reason why he would retire is so that he can, I guess,
spend time
with his family as his kids grow up, which both he deserves and they deserve. So
I mean, I think he wants to keep playing football though. I mean, you look at his Instagram posts, they're all him playing football. He comments on Julian Edelman's picture saying, come down here so we can play catch.
I do too.
Stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be with the Patriots. I'm assuming if he is playing, he's going to be with the Patriots just because that's what makes sense to me the most. But I don't think he's hanging them up.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I am excited. The NFL draft is it's less than 2 months away now too.
Yeah, it's coming up.
So we've been talking about all the next couple months of sports are really fun
really
time.
Big.
So and that's just a whole nother. We'll see. We were talking earlier if the Pats will draft a QB. We'll see.
I think it would be smart if they would.
I think they've got it.
Try and get, even if it's not the best guy out there, try and get a younger guy.
Right, yeah, you don't have to go for a Tua or a Joe Burrow and trade all your assets to get the number one pick.
Where do you think Tua's going to go in the draft?
I think that Tua should go top 5. I think that he's good enough that he's worth the risk of the injury.
I think he might be a little bit lower, but I think he's going to be up there. What pick do the Patriots have?
We're going to be low first round.
I know we're low. I know.
Probably
20s?
High 20s. Yeah, probably mid 20s to be honest.
So, if you heard about this theory, tank and get Trevor Lawrence.
I have heard of that. I don't like that.
No, I don't either. I would love Trevor Lawrence.
I would too. He's legit, but I do think that I think both Tua and even Burrow, I think both of them are going to be just as good as Lawrence, if not better.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so the NFL draft, that's always exciting. It's a strong quarterback class. It's a strong wide receiver class.
Very strong for both.
So we'll definitely talk a lot more about that as we get closer. But just another thing to put on the radar.
Yeah. So we talked about college basketball already. Why don't we wrap up? Maybe end the show a slight bit early. Let's just wrap up with some Celtics talk.
Okay, I like that. All right. So last night the Celtics, they stayed hot. Really on the back of their new star. I don't want to say new star player, but Kemba's out. Kemba's out right now.
Right.
And it feels like every single day this team becomes a little bit more of Jason Tatum's.
For sure.
It almost, to be honest, I mean, in every guy, LeBron made a post about him. Every guy everybody in the league's taking notice, and it's kind of like. It's kind of unanimous that he's at the very least a top 15 player in the league.
I saw a stat on him. His past 4 games, he's averaging 34 points per game.
Yeah, and then that was going into last night, and then last night he had another
33-point.
Another 33. They beat the Jazz, who were one of the better teams out west.
It was a close game.
Mm-hmm.
It was back and forth
all the
for
way.
a while.
The score doesn't represent how close of a game it was. The Celtics. So they won the fourth quarter by 8. They won the entire game by 11. So going into the fourth, they were up 3. It was back and forth pretty much all the way until then. But yeah, Tatum put up another big game. So, but it is crazy how much depth we have between Tatum, Kemba, JB,
Marcus
Smart, Gordon. I mean, it goes on and on and on.
How do you feel about Gordon Hayward?
I love him. I think that after what happened, I mean, I don't know that he at this point it's really hard to say that he'll ever be the athletic. He was very, very athletic out in Utah, and then obviously he broke his leg his first game in Boston, which still can't really think about. But so I love him. I think that he's adapting to this new role that he's in, where
this season he's definitely been playing better.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely better. One of the better seasons with the Celtics, if not the best.
Yeah, I think definitely his best. He's shooting the 3-ball pretty well, which, as I said, in his new role here, is the 4th or 5th guy.
Right.
In the NBA, the 4th or 5th, if you're not one of the top 3 guys, your job is pretty much, unless you're a big man, be able to catch and shoot, play defense, and make a play once in a while. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's doing it at a very high level. He can guard pretty much almost all 5 positions on the defensive end. I mean, obviously he's not guarding the 5 or the 1 at a very, very high level, but I like him a lot. What do you think of him?
I like him too. I think at times it's a little frustrating to watch him play. I mean, like you said, the injury really dragged him down, and he's never going to be that same player.
Yep.
But I overall, I like him. I think he's a really good player, and he's been playing a lot better, and he's been helping us out a lot. I mean, you see stuff on Twitter and other social media platforms that say, like, oh, this team will never win with Gordon Hayward, stuff like that. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, maybe not with him playing a full game, but, I mean, I think for the most part, he helps his team out a lot.
Yeah, no, coming down the stretch, I want him. When we're in a close game, I want him as one of the 5 guys that we got out on the court.
Yeah. Especially if he's on, because when he's on, he plays very well.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, so I like him a lot. But like I said, we have so much depth that if it's not his night, it's someone else's night. So,
I mean, Jaylen Brown. I love Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. He's been the leap that he's taken. You don't want that to get in the way, or you don't want Tatum's leap to overshadow the leap that JB is taking.
Because he's been playing great this whole year.
Yeah, he didn't make the All-Star game this year, but he's on the trend that he's at. He's almost a lock to make it next year, and then from there on out, it's kind of just that should be the norm for him. I mean, he's played such a high level, to be honest. He really has. He's shooting it well. He's playing really well on the other end.
He's playing good defense too.
Yeah, on the defensive end, he's playing.
So is Marcus Smart.
Yeah,
Marcus Smart last night,
you're gonna get out of him.
Last night he played very good defense. A lot of blocks for him. One in particular just stole the ball right out of his hands.
Yeah,
it's great.
So with the Celtics getting, I don't want to say getting hot. We are hot. We have one of the best records in the league. But I mean, I think. So right now we're 1 game behind the Raptors for second in the East. Now that we're pretty clear of the Heat. Both of us, we're 5 games ahead of them. The Raptors 6. So it's pretty much we're gonna either get the 3 seed or the 2 seed.
Right.
We can't catch the Bucks. We're 9 games back of them. They have the best record in the league. But to me the real question is, that 2-3 seed, it does make a big difference coming down the stretch here, because it's a difference of, are you going to see the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals, or are you going to see them in that second round? You know?
Yeah.
So it is astronomical, to be honest, and so like I said, we're 1 game behind the Raptors, and I think we're going to pass them. We're playing too well. The Raptors, they got out to a good start this year. They're kind of coming back down to earth a little bit now. I will say this much: the Raptors, they have a pretty fair schedule coming up here. They play the Hornets, one of the worst teams in the league. Then they play the Nuggets, which that'll be a tough one. The Nuggets are good, so for our sake, hopefully the Nuggets can beat them. Then they play the Suns, not too good. Warriors, one of the worst in the league. Kings, not too good. Jazz, who we beat last night, and then the Pistons.
That's a pretty easy schedule.
They might win 7 in a row here. So we're just, with that being said, if we keep doing what we should be doing, our schedule isn't too bad coming up either. If you know.
Well, we got the Rockets next. That's going to be a tough one.
But then it's like
the Nets. That's not too bad. Cavs, not too bad. Jazz, we just beat them. So
right.
Thunder.
Until we see the Bucks on March 12th.
Pacers might be a good game.
The Pacers are they're under the radar, a little inconsistent, but when they play well, they're really good. Sabonis has been big for them this year. But yeah, I mean, we have the Bulls, the Knicks, the Wizards for a 3-game stretch after the Bucks, so that's almost like 3 games that you got to show up and you win.
Right.
We have the Raptors one more time on March 20th up there. So that'll be a big game, obviously, because we're competing with them for that seed. So hopefully we can find a way to get on the 2 line and stay away from the Raptors. But I don't know. It's gonna be a fun couple weeks for the Celtics. And hopefully Tatum can stay hot and we get Kemba back out on the court because he's still sidelined with his I think it's a knee.
And I'm just looking forward to the playoffs. I mean, that's some of the most exciting basketball there is.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the Celtics in it. Celtics playoff basketball, baby. That's what it's all about.
Try and get up to the Garden for a game if the prices are realistic.
Yes, they won't be.
But yeah. It's pretty much all I got.
You got anything else you want to touch on? NBA at all, or?
I don't think so. I mean, that Bradley Beal has been putting up for the Wizards. He's put up 55 and 53 in the last 2 games and lost both of them.
Wow.
I really don't know what to say. Feel bad for him. I hope they trade him. He deserves better than that.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of he's not one of those guys who's putting up who's having the big nights and his team's losing because he's taken. No, it's more like his team is so bad that so I know a lot of his fellow guys in the league have a lot of respect for him. So I don't know. Well, I'll end on that. I hope Bradley Beal can get out of that situation in Washington. If not, probably not this year, but hopefully next year.
Yeah. All right, sounds good.
Do you have anything else?
I'm all set. Hopefully next week a lot.
Yeah, hopefully
we get some breaking news. I need some breaking news.
Yeah.
This week was kind of slow for it. A lot of stuff already happened, so
we'll have some Fridays hoops to talk about.
I hope that investigation comes out in the next couple shows.
That'd be good.
I want to talk about that
investigation.
And I hope
Friars.
I hope there's some controversy.
I do too. Something's got to happen in the next week for us and for you guys, so that I don't know. Hopefully today was still somewhat entertaining despite a slow news week in the sports world. You know.
Yeah. So thanks to all who listened and tuned in. You've been listening to Behind the Dish, WDM 91.3 PC Radio. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Whew. My tripod broke.
You just playing.